Hello and welcome. I am Ashwant from English Lovers, and in this lesson I am going to teach you WH question words in English. How the WH question words are used in the sentences, what is the structure of WH question words, and what is the function of WH question words we are going to learn in this lesson. So keep watching till the end, you will get a lot of information. So friends, let us get started. So first of all, we are going to study structure of WH question. There are three basic structures of WH question, and one of them is there in the sentences. So we are going to study them. So the first is WH question word plus auxiliary verb. So out of be, have, and do, one of the auxiliary verbs is there. Then there is subject and there is main verb. So this is the structure of WH question. WH question word, auxiliary verb, and subject and main verb. So this is the first structure. Then there is another structure, that is WH question word, modal verb, and then subject and main verb. So WH question word plus modal verb plus subject plus main verb. So either of them is the structure of WH question. Or it can be a structure when what, who, which, or whose is the subject or part of the subject. So remember these question words, what, who, which, or whose, when they are subject or part of a subject, we do not use the auxiliary, and rather the structure is subject plus verb in the question. So out of these three structures, one of the structure is there in WH question. So we are going to study how these structures are and what are the functions of WH words in the sentences. So the first is what. What is used for the specific thing or object. If you want to ask for the specific thing or the object, use what as WH question word in the sentence. See in these examples, what is your name? What is your favorite color? Or what are you doing? So in all these three examples, the speaker wants to know specific thing as an answer. So he uses what as a question word. See here the structure, WH question word is there and there is verb. So here also WH question word, verb is there. See here it is a little bit different. WH question word is there, are is auxiliary, then you is the subject, and this is the main verb. So next question word is when. When is used to ask for the time or for the occasion or for the moment. If you want to ask, if you want to know about these things, time, occasion, or moment, then use when as a question word. See these examples. When did he leave? When is he coming? When did he arrive? In all these examples, these three examples, the speaker wants to know the specific time, so he uses the question word as when. Again, pay attention to the structure. WH question word is there, auxiliary is there, subject is there, and leave is the main verb. In this sentence, so when is the WH question word, is the auxiliary, he is the subject, and coming is the main verb. So in the same way in next sentence. Next is where. So if you want to ask for the position or for the place, then you use question word as where. See the examples. Where do they live? So here the speaker wants to know the place, or where can I obtain the book? Also the place or position, you can say. Where are my boots? Also here he wants to know the position, that where his boots are placed or kept. The structure is WH question word, auxiliary, do is auxiliary, they is subject, and leave is main verb. Here structure is where is WH question word, can is modal verb, I is subject, and here obtain is main verb. So this is the structure. Next is who. Who is used for the persons, and who acts as a subject in the sentence. See the sentences. Who opened the door? Who is at the door? Or who received a gold medal? In all these sentences, this who acts as a subject. If you answer these questions, for example, who opened the door? John opened the door. So here John is the subject, opened is the verb, and the door is the object. In the same way, in the next two sentences, who acts as a subject. Now see whom. Whom is also used to ask for the person, but whom acts as an object in the sentences. So see the sentences. Whom did you see? Or whom is he dating? Or whom did they invite? So in all these sentences, this whom acts as an object. How? See the answers. For example, whom did you see? I saw a man. So here A man is the object in the sentence. Or whom did they invite? They invited their relatives. Their relatives is an object in the sentence. So whom acts as an object. Next is which. Which is used to ask for the choice or for the alternative. See, which color do you want? So when the speaker asks a question like this, which color do you want? So here he wants to know the alternative or the choice of the listener. Or which country do you prefer? In between, say, Italy and Spain. So here also the speaker wants to know the choice of the listener. Or which dress is good? So here also he wants to know the alternative or choice. So which is used for the choice or alternative. Next is whose. Now whose is used to ask for the ownership or that possession of that particular thing or object. Here, whose are these keys, or whose car has stopped outside, or whose bag is this. So in all these sentences here, whose refers to the ownership. So if you answer these questions, for example, whose are these keys? These keys are mine. So you answer and you tell the ownership of those keys, or to whom those keys belong to. Next is why. Now why is used to ask for the reason. If you want to ask the reason, then you use the question word as why in those sentences. See how, why do you say that? So when you ask such a question to the listener, so if you want to know the reason, then you can ask this kind of question. Or why are you crying? So you want to know the reason for the crying. Or why are you late? So you want to know the reason. So why gives you the reason. Next is how. Now how answers the question way or manner or form. So if you want to know the way or the manner or the form, you use how in question words. See, how does this work? So you want to know exactly the way it works. So the way the speaker wants to know. So he will use how as WH question word. Or how did you feel yesterday? So here also the speaker wants to know the way or manner that the listener felt yesterday. How did you do that? So here also the speaker wants to know the way in which somebody has done something. So how is used to ask for the way, manner or form. Next is how many. If you want to know the quantity, then you ask the question with WH question word how many. Now remember that when you ask question with how many, you get the quantity or number, and that is countable noun. Countable noun means nouns that you can count as 1, 2, 3, 4, or nouns that have plural forms, that is countable nouns. See the examples. How many beds are there? Now you get the answer that there are 50 beds or there are 100 beds. So you get the quantity of those beds. And remember, bed is the countable noun that you can count. Or how many friends do you have? So I have, say, some friends or 10 friends or whatever. So the answer that you get is the countable noun. Friend is the countable noun. How many books have you bought? So here also books is the countable noun. So you use this how many with countable nouns only. Remember, this is very important because we are going to study next how much. And how much is used for the quantity, but that is uncountable. Remember, in how many it is quantity but it is with countable, and in how much it is quantity but that is uncountable. Uncountable nouns means nouns that we can't count as 1, 2, 3, 4, are nouns which do not have plurals. So that is called as uncountable nouns, and they are used with how much. See, how much tea is there? Now here, how much tea is here? Uncountable noun that you can't count as 1, 2, 3. Or how much does it cost? Here also you expect the answer in terms of money. So here also how much does it cost? It is used for the quantity, that is uncountable. How much money do you have? Here also money is uncountable noun, and so how much is used. Next is how long. Now how long is used to know the duration or the length. So if you want to know the duration or length, then use the how long. See the examples. How long did you stay? So the speaker wants to know the duration of his stay. So he asks the question with how long. Or how long will it take? Again, he wants to know the duration, the time period. That's why how long. How long gives you the answer, duration or length. Or how long will they read? Here also he wants to know the time. During that time they'll read. So duration. Next is how far. Now how far is used to ask the distance, or if you want to know the distance, then ask the question by using this question word how far. See the examples. How far is the town? How far is your school? How far is the beach? So in all these examples, the speaker wants to know the distance of the town, school and beach. So he says how far. So how far is equal to distance. Remember. Next is how often. Now how often answers the frequency. So here the examples, how often do you go? How often do you read a book? How often do you play football? So the speaker wants to know the frequency of his going in the first sentence, or frequency of reading a book in the second sentence, or frequency of playing football in the third sentence. So here it can be answered like always, or twice a week, or never, or sometimes, or rarely, okay, or once in a week. So that kind of frequency is expected from the speaker, so he says how often. Next is how old. Suppose you want to know the age of particular person, then you ask the question with how old. It's very common in English. We use many times these kinds of sentences in our communication. For example, how old is your sister? So here the speaker wants to know the age. Whatever may be the answer, but that would be age. How old is your grandmother? Or how old are you? So the answer would be I am, so whatever, 20, 25, 35, or I am 35 years old, like that. So the age would be told by giving the answer how old. Next is what kind. So what kind is used in order to know the description, or if you want to know the description of something, you ask the question with what kind. See the examples. What kind of car is it? So here the speaker wants to know the make of your car, that is the company, the brand of your car, the features of your car, the color and all the details of your car, that is what kind of car. So he wants description. What kind of music do you like? So here the speaker wants you to answer type of music that you like, whether it's classical music, whether it is western kind of music, pop music. So that is the answer that you can give. Or what kind of movies do you like? So here the response can be given that action movies, horror movies, romantic movies. So that kind of answer is expected, the description. Next is what time. So here the speaker wants to know exact time, so that's why he would ask what time. So what time did he call? So the answer would be he called at 10 o'clock yesterday night. So here the time is given, exact time is given for that question, what time. Or what time will you leave, or what time did you come? So in all these sentences, what time did you come, for example. So the answer would be I came at 7 o'clock in the evening. So here the exact time is given to the question what time. And the last is why don't. So if you want to suggest something to somebody, then say why don't. See the examples. Why don't you take a nap? So here actually it is a suggestion, but it is given in the form of a question, or the form is of a question. Or why don't these people leave? Here also it is a suggestion. Or why don't you read the lesson? Here also it is a suggestion. So friends, this is all about WH question words. I hope you understood these question words and their usage in the sentence. If you liked this video, please hit the like button. And if you are new to my channel, remember to subscribe it to get the latest notifications of my videos right here on YouTube. Enjoy learning, and I'll see you soon in another lesson.